Well, if you love a good glass of wine, you've got to check out Lincoln Way Vineyards in Wooster, Ohio. It's time for you to find your wine time. Well, Jim, welcome to Out and About Columbus, and thanks for having us out to Lincoln Way Vineyards.
Thanks for having us too.
Well, I got to tell you, visiting a vineyard is one of my favorite things to do. I love wine. Tell us who's behind Lincoln Way Vineyards.
Well, Lincoln Way Vineyards started as a venture with my wife and I. I grew up farming. She grew up in the wine industry as far as our early careers. She wanted to get back into the wine industry when we moved here to Wooster from Columbus, and I wanted to get back into farming. And one thing led to another. We planted some vines for another winery, and several years down the road, we transitioned to the winery ourselves.
Wow, that's a really neat story. What is the significance from the clocks? I've noticed the clocks on all the bottles. That's really cool.
So the significance of the clocks is my wife and I still work full time away from the winery. So we always have to find our wine time, to come make wine, to come sell wine, so on and so forth, and even occasionally to drink some wine. So that became the running joke, is that we needed to find wine time. And then it transitioned to, we're on the Lincoln Highway, so we pay homage to the L that's predominant in the Lincoln Highway signage. And we just incorporated that in to be the hands on the clock. So our 155 series, those are our dry wines. Our 404 series are our off dries, or semi-sweet, whichever way you want to call it. And then 616 became our sweet wine. Sweet 16, everybody knows that one.
I love it. That's so cool. Well, tell us what we're going to experience when we come here to visit the winery.
We want this to be a serious experience for those that want a serious wine drinking experience, but we don't want to intimidate people that are new to wine or are just learning about wine. So we try and keep it light for those that need it that way, but everybody behind the counter here can talk wine seriously too if need be. So.
Wow. Well, this is really a neat place. I'm so glad we were able to stop by today. How do we find out more information about Lincoln Way Vineyards?
Sure. You can go to our website at www.lincolnwayvineyards.com, or you can just use the old-fashioned phone and call the winery at 330-804-WINE.